If you have not seen Bros, I don't know what you're doing. This movie's meant for everybody, LGBTQ plus, and straight as well. It is very much enjoyable, and I laughed from beginning up until end because I have an idea of what exactly what they were doing throughout the whole entire thing. It's not something that they're telling a story that you don't know. They're telling a story that you are familiar with and or you know a little bit. So let's go talk about it. Hello, beautiful human. Welcome to Kick Up Flex. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. And let's talk about Bros just a little bit here. I'll tell you this right now. Billy Etchner and Luke McFarlane were very great characters to watch. And what the story is about, you have these two beautiful men who are not comfortable with vulnerability and relationships, commitment, being together. One truly hates anything that has to do with real feelings, and then the other kind of has to, you know, doesn't really want a commitment because he's kind of not like he's out and free, but at the same time he's very reserved, and you have outspoken and reserved. That's kind of what I wanted to say. Goddamn. But yes, you are right there in that moment of seeing these two kind of collide and come together, and how that kind of molds into whatever they want to call a freaking relationship. And that's what's really great about this movie. Another part is the way they talk about Grinder, the way they use it. It is very relatable on how you meet up, or showing pictures and how they talk to each other, and what it's like to meet up with a Grinder hookup, or in the process of during and after climax and stuff like that. It's all very relatable, and it's hilarious to watch. And then the great part is that they bring everybody that is either every section of LGBTQ plus is in this movie, which is really great just to see this community talk an outspoken way of how they want this building to come up and open up. But that is just a part of, showing this museum of sorts of history. And then they're giving you history and names of what people have been fighting for in the LGBTQ plus community for years and generations for the most part, and they bring them to light. And it's not always a positive light. Sometimes there is a little bit of negative before you can get to the light. And they're letting you know that the gay community isn't just a happy go lucky, we're cheery and supportful 100%. It is really not. Sometimes you have people who are shallow and who are not shallow, and though those who are very open, and then those are closed off and very reserved. You kind of get a taste of every kind of avenue in this movie, and it's well put together. And I will be honest, sometimes they did push the envelope when it comes to extremism in certain parts. I'm not going to really spoil it for you, but they do push the edge, and you can kind of feel like the audience, like they're laughing, and then they'll stop, and then they'll start again, and then they'll just stop, because you can tell when certain people reach a certain point of comfortability, and this movie does reach that, and that's what I really do like. It pushes the envelope, but it's meant for everybody. The sex scenes, guess what? There's no nudity or swinging cocks around for the most part. No, you're wearing underwear. There, it's hilarious the way things happen. If you watch the trailer, I'm gonna let you know right now, you're going to possibly see a few things in that movie, and it might ruin in that joke. So I would try to say, ignore the trailer, go watch the movie, enjoy yourself. You're gonna have a really fun time, and you're gonna watch these two humans come together and work out their issues the way they normally do. And the best part is, it's all going to be very familiar. And it's great. And I'm surprised that they only made $4.8 million this past weekend out of a $22 million budget. And I believe that if there is like an LGBTQ plus movie that's coming out, give it a shot. The worst case scenario is that it might suck or it might not be good. And then hopefully they'll make another one and it'll be a lot better. Because how do you expect to have representation, especially the whole entire movie is representation, if you don't support it? I am a big supporter of this movie. I'm probably definitely going to go watch it again because it is good. It is fun to watch, and I know what to expect, and maybe I can watch out for a couple other things. Now, was there a couple rough cuts? Yeah. There were a couple rough rough cuts in there that was very almost like noticeable, but it was very few and far between, but very pretty much very much enjoyable in my opinion. And I really love the jokes and how they, bring in history and at the same time presence and self-reflection, because sometimes we can ignore that or deny that when others see it in us with friends and family when they're trying to support us and guide us in the right direction. So there is a lot to pull from. Now, I will say, Luke McFarlane's character was in the beginning a little bit. Uh, Almost felt kind of empty, like nothing was really there, but I think that was done purposely. And I think that was done for the simple fact is that it gave him room to grow because the character himself needed to grow. And that's what happened throughout the movie. And that was kind of fun to see and experience. And I hope they bring out a Bros 2 to see what else they add, or kind of come out with more LGBTQ plus community movies and that are meant for everyone. And I hope everybody from every community goes and watch this movie to support it, because it's fun to see something like this on the big screen where it's not the same movie repeatedly, one after the other after the other. So either way, let me know what you like in the comments or didn't like, if you plan on going to go see this movie or you're just going to wait for it to come out on, some streaming platform. Either way, this movie was really fun to see. I did enjoy it. I know I've probably said that a few times, and it made me feel uncomfortable. It made me feel comfortable and laugh. It was really good to see other people laugh out loud in a theater to the point where they started to lose control. It's been a long time since I've heard one of those, and I don't see why you would just not want to go see this movie. They put in a lot of good work, and it's all very much relatable. It's not nothing new or special or artificial about it. Yeah, you get the artificial, characters, and they point out like stuff that, want truths and lies that people would say, be truthful. Do you love me? Do you like me? Am I ugly? Am I cute? All those self-doubts that, we say to ourselves and might not say to anyone else, and they bring that to light in a very comfortable way, and at the same time a very unedging and uneven way that makes us like think back and reflect upon yourself. And I know I'm kind of rambling there, but yeah, let me know down in the comments what you think about this movie if you've seen it so far. I'm not going to spoil it for you and tell you exactly what happened in this movie. You're just going to have to go watch it for yourself. But if you want me to do a spoiler, please let me know. Don't forget to put the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe. And most importantly, don't forget to kick up and not down. I'll see you the next time I post. Peace.